Hey everybody, Kerry here with Snow School. It is another rainy day here in my local watershed. As you can see, there's no snow falling from the sky. And even up high in the mountains, it has been pretty thin in terms of the snow pits we've been digging at Snow School in places, and some of our Snow School sites have had pretty limited use for snowshoes. So I wanted to kick it over to our in-house snow guru, Ron Abramovich, to talk about this phenomenon of the snow drought. Ron, just how significant has this event been so far this year?
It's a good question about the snow drought. I'd say the snow drought is very significant this year. And it's actually a function of a three-dimensional drought, I'd call it, because it's a function of temperature, precipitation, and water year-to-date precipitation. The water year-to-date precipitation across most of the West is average, pushing average or above, while the snowpack is nearly non-existent or record low in low to middle elevations, and the higher areas are doing better because of those colder temperatures. So the third parameter is the temperature for this winter, and if they were about 10 degrees colder, much of that, more of the precipitation would have fell as snow rather than rain, and that's how this winter has gone.
Okay, Ron, so another question we've been getting a lot, especially this week with all the precipitation in the mountains and in the valleys, is, what's the current state of the snowpack, and are we going to have enough water come this summer in our waterways, in our rivers and streams? How are professional water forecasters thinking about this question?
So the moisture that moved back in here around February 14th was very beneficial. Some of that snow fell, rather than inches of snow, was measured in feet of snow in higher elevations, all the way from Mount Baker in Washington through the Cascades in Oregon and into California as well too. But not all that moisture moved inland to benefit the snowpacks in the central Rocky Mountains as where we need it as well. So we're still going to need much more snow to get us through the drier summer months as spring and summer arrive.
Okay, last question. We're into the final third of winter, moving towards spring. What are some key things, dates, and events you're going to be paying attention to down the home stretch of winter and into spring?
So now we're nearing the end of February, and around March 1st, we'll be 80% of the way through the winter. Typically, our snowpack in the west peaks around the first week of April, so March is going to be very critical. And what we'll be watching and needing is a cool, wet March to help us regain some snow in the mountains before the snow starts melting come the spring. So we'll be keeping our eyes on the temperatures and more storms to move across the west as we move through March and into April, because once those warmer temperatures arrive in April and May, we know the snow is going to be melting and our rivers will be rising.